Yeah.
I encourage you to YouTube Ram Dass Promises and Pitfalls of the Spiritual Path. And the reason I encourage you to listen to that is because he talks about in that how we all are conditioned throughout our lives to wear a mask, all the way from like inception, or of like, not inception, but of like when we're turned on and we start to understand that the things that I do solicit responses from other people. And so we're conditioned, and that's okay. Like, that's natural and normal. Like, you have to condition people how to live in society. The issue comes in when we identify with the conditioning instead of what is true to us. And that's sort of abstract, and maybe I can nail it down a little bit. You know, if I think that my title as a teacher is who I am, then I won't be able to truly fulfill the role of being a teacher, because I will be caught up in what the abstraction of it is and what the expectations of what a teacher is that are societally expressed. And we contort ourselves to fit into the expectations of what a teacher is, a real estate agent is, what a doctor is, and so on and so forth. And so the titles that we wear are sort of like masks. And to get it even more granular and letting go of like occupational titles, in our relationships, people expect us to be a certain way. For example, the people I was talking about when I said, no, I want to put on like 10 pounds of muscle. Like, there's an expectation in our relationships of, I will be who you want me to be if you just pretend that I'm actually them. And so the masks that we wear are a form of subtle coercion of the other, but the real insidious thing is the coercion of ourselves, to get ourselves to fit into the thing that other people are expecting of us. So it's like, I'll pretend that you are who you say you are, so long as you pretend that I'm actually who I say I am. And the issue is that you aren't actually presenting yourself as you are. You're presenting yourself in a way that is aggregating all of these teeny tiny unconscious and conscious data points that society has given us in order to manifest what a cool hip millennial looks like or behaves like, or I mean there's a million examples. And so it's not until we can begin to shed those things, the bags that we're carrying that society gave to us, that like we didn't consent to, we just unconsciously assimilated into our lives, the role of like, no, this is how a teacher behaves. This is how someone, like doing a podcast, like this is weird. You don't know anybody that does a podcast? Who do you know that does a podcast? Nobody. You're not supposed to. That's for famous people. That's for people who've written books. That's for people that's for movie stars and comedians. It's like, nobody does a podcast. That's not normal. That's not the expectation. You're not supposed to do this. But it's an exercise. Finding little things like this podcast project that I'm on, is an expression of me saying, no, you can't tell me what to do. Because I'm trying to figure out who I am, and I'm trying to become who I can be. Like, I paint my nails sometimes. It's all off now. My toenails are black. Those are painted. Sometimes I paint my fingernails, and I intentionally paint my fingernails as a cisgendered hetero man that has a full beard, and, you know, sometimes I chop wood. You know, sometimes I do manly things. I used to eat a lot of meat. Don't anymore. I don't know what else is manly. I'll spit on the floor. I'll pee outside. Those are things men do. But I also paint my nails, because I won't let you tell me who I'm supposed to be. So find something like that. What is the thing that people don't want you to do? Go do that. Because they're probably telling you not to do it because they're too afraid to face themselves. They're too afraid to think, Well, if he paints his nails, he must be, is he trans? Is he into dudes? Is he, first of all, like, whatever. Maybe I am. I'm not. But whatever. Maybe I am, but I'm not. Why is he doing a podcast? I'm like turning this into a therapy session. I don't mean to yell at you. I'm sorry that I was yelling at you. What I'm trying to say is there are things that people don't want you to do. And the reason they don't want you to do them is because then they have to face the fact that they're not doing things because they think other people don't want them to do them. And it's this real like mind game of, I don't think you want me to do this, so I won't do it. But you're presupposing that you have any idea what other people are thinking. You have no idea what other people are thinking. You can guess, but like the guessing is creating a stultification of who you could be. I burped while I was saying that. I shouldn't drink fizzy waters while I do the podcast. One of the things that reading, writing, meditation, a regular yoga practice, the greatest gift that all of these tools can give you is the realization that you are powerful enough to be who you are. Boom. There it is. If you're still watching, make sure you hit like and subscribe. It's the easiest way that you can contribute. It costs you nothing, and it helps me out a lot with the algorithm. So if you were into this, let me know. And see you on the next clip, guys. For full episodes, you can get them on Spotify and iTunes, as well as subscribe to the YouTube channel. I post them on Sundays and Wednesdays every week. All right, guys. Peace.
Yeah.